Hi guys, it's the Object Show Analyzer back with another video. As you can see, I'm in different background for reasons, but yeah. So today I'm going to be telling you guys who my top 10 Object Show animators are. Now these are not based on how much I love the object shows. Tomorrow or later I'm gonna upload my top 10 object shows, but I'm just doing this based on animators and how well they animate. Just because they animate good doesn't mean that's my favorite object show, but just because they have a good object show doesn't mean they're my favorite animator. So let's begin. Okay, so coming in at number 10 we have Gatling Growing 57. Now he has an object show called AIB. And for a guy that animates it kind of like a like a Google slide or PowerPoint, it looks really well animated. Like seriously, no cap. Like it's not like top notch animating like Adobe Flash animating, but it looks kind of familiar like it. But how do I say this? It's like animating, but you do it with a crayon on paper, and it's like you lift up the paper. It's like a flash book or a flip book, but it looks really well animated. The reason he's not higher is because obviously the other 9, to me personally, animate better than him. But I said of all the object shows animators that I know, he's above average. He's pretty good. Coming in at number 9, we have Ultra Tunes with the object show Object Mayhem. Now, Ultra Tunes, back in the whole is an anime sanity better than BFB video, Ultra Tunes, it's like in that video I mentioned that when you use the old BFB arms and legs, you could only animate up to a limit. So with Ultra Tunes, I believe it's kind of like that. So he's number 9. The only reason I say he's better than Gatling Growing 57 is because he uses Adobe Flash. And not saying that just because you use Adobe means that you're better, but just by how he uses Adobe, like the way that he animates it, it looks really well without Adobe. But when honestly in the end when you use Adobe, you animate kind of better. So also remember guys, this is just an opinion, no disrespect to anybody. You could dislike if you want, but this is just how I feel. So and also Object Mayhem is a pretty good object show and it's well animated. So Ultra Tunes, you get number 9. Next we have at number 8 That Lie Guy. Now I honestly personally think that he's the most underrated object show animator rather than Village of Objects official. I'll probably talk about that some other video in the future. But yeah, That Lie Guy, I say he deserves to be a top 10 animator to me. So he has a really good object show called GOB Generated Object Battle, I believe. Yeah, generic object battle. It's really well animated. Another one, I don't think he uses Adobe Flash. It looks kind of like a flip-a-clip animation, but it's really well put together. Like, and this is where I say just because you use Adobe doesn't mean it makes you better. Cause That Lie Guy, I put him over Ultra Tunes, so that proves that this is just how the object show is well put together and how the animator animates as a whole. And this is, remember, this is not just on how the object show how good it is, but this is how they animate the object show. Number 7, we have Polysided, who has the object show Moss. Mysterious Object Show something. Sorry, no disrespect, I forgot. But honestly, I say for a guy that doesn't use Adobe Animate, I believe just how it's animated, I don't think that he uses it. But for a guy that doesn't use it, I say he's the best animator without using the best object show animator without using Adobe Animate. Cause honestly, when I look at it, he just like That Lie Guy, him and That Lie Guy, they are literally candidate. They will be good animating for BFB, honestly. So yeah, but Polysided, you're at number 7. Okay, number 6, we have Jordan the One with the object show Non-Existent Living. Now he hasn't been posting. He hasn't posted in like since last year in 2020. But and his latest object show, episode 3, I believe was posted at least more than 7 months ago. But the way he animates, when you're up to a certain limit, he uses Adobe Flash Anime, I believe. But he's one of those animators, object show animators, who uses the BFDI arms and legs. And the reason why I put him as number 6 is because the assets. Okay. So when you have a good object show, you need to have a good background, good backstory. Characters need to develop, but this is based on animating. So the assets for the characters and the character ideas, they look good. So the way he made the assets, out of all the assets I've seen, except for Jack and Jellify, he's the top 3, not even top 5. He's the top 3 asset and object show animator, just based on how the assets look. That's the only reason why. His animating is really good, really well put together, like fusion and animation epic. But I just put him at number 6 because the assets they look amazing, honestly. Okay, now we have our top 5. Coming in Coming in at number 5, we have Yellow Angeru. I believe that's how you say it, Yellow Angeru, no spaces. But yeah, Yellow Angeru. Paper Puppets at the beginning, Paper Puppets season 1 was literally a PowerPoint. So the reason I put him at number 5 is because he really progressed. Like Jack and Jellify, they used Adobe Animate their whole object show BFDI series. But Jack and Jellify, they went from being kinda average animating to getting better and knowing more. But this guy literally started from PowerPoints, and there wasn't even voice acting. It was literally just a caption with words. So he really progressed. I say he gotten really better. And even though his animating doesn't look like the only thing that's not really that animating is it's like certain slides. Like you could see the arms and legs, like an arm moving like this, but when the mouth moves, it's like the mouth. He doesn't really do mouth animation. That's basically it. Everything else he animates except for the mouth. So honestly, I'd say probably Jordan the One is better than him, but it's because the object show is pretty good, and between Jordan the One and him, he progressed a lot. So that's why I put him over, and that's why he's number 5. Okay, number 4, we have Wuggo Low with two object shows, Object Lockdown and Object Lockout, which is the not the sequel, but it's the spin-off of Object Lockdown, because he lost all the files for it. That's another story. But Wuggo Low, I have to say, he is a different animator. Like, he has a different style of animating. The way he draws the eyes and the teeth, there is no other object show animator that I know of that animates just like him. So kudos and credit to him, but that's why he's up this high, because I've never seen, and it's really good. He animates really well, perfect. I mean, no disrespect to the other object show animators, but the way that he's animated has really, like, it's hit me. Like, it just makes me like him even more. And with the object show growing and people developing, and by people I mean him developing too, not only the characters, but he's getting better and better animating. And my favorite part about his animation is the way he draws the teeth. Like, all object shows, they would just draw the smile with the line across, but this dude, he would have like he would have, instead of everybody would smile like this, while he would just have the little curve and a line halfway down. I just love the way he animates, man. and he's special for that. That's what makes him stand out. He probably, when he made Object Lockdown, he probably said, what's an animation style that can make me stand out from everybody else? And I'd say that he really, really did well doing that and thinking about that. So yeah, he's number 4. Okay, top 3 animators. At number 3, we have, and also this was kind of tough, but at number 3 we have Fusion Animations. Now, if you don't know who Fusion is, what are you doing with your life, man? So Fusion, the reason I put him at number 3 is because the other 2 are really better. No disrespect. Again, this is my opinion, but I just feel like this is a really good place to be at. The way he animates, and also he's not really consistent, but to make up for not posting on Object Invasion, he made a new series, the Daily Object Show, and right now I believe he's on season 5. Yeah, season 5, I believe. But yeah, he's up here because if he only had Object Invasion, then he probably would have been at least top between 10 to 5. But what made me make him up to top 3 was because of the way he animated the Daily Object Show. The way he animates that, it's like a TV show animation, honestly. Like Wuglo, he's special for his own style of animation, but the way Fusion animated the Daily Object Show with the mouth animations and the way the arms move, it's like BFB. Like, you could make the arms and legs move however you want when you don't have the BFDI assets, and he realized that when he was making Object Invasion, he had the arms and legs from BFDI. So it was like, alright, I'm gonna just take a break on this. And I believe he's still working on Object Invasion. I think episode 8 came out, and right now he's working on episode 9. But he said, well, let me do an object show where I could move it, I could do whatever I want with it, and that's the Daily Object Show. It's like BSB and Teapot animation. So yeah, Fusion Animation, really good object shows. I love them both, and you are my 3rd favorite animator. Okay, number 2. At number 2, we have Animation Epic. Now, just because I like his object show the most, or at least more, doesn't mean that he is number 1. He's the 2nd. Okay. He animates, well, I believe, yeah. The way Animation Epic animates, I'd say it's unique. Not like Wuglo unique, where he has his own style, but it's very, very unique. Like, he's the for those of you who don't know, after BFDI came out and Anime Insanity came out, and II is the 2nd object show ever created. So ever since episode 1, I mean, all object shows, they progress, but I'm talking about object shows that have been there for a very, very long time. Like, that's why these people are at the top of the list, because they've gotten better and they've improved. So for Animation Epic, I say he's just my 2nd favorite animator because I really like his object show. I really like their object show, sorry. It's not one person. I really like the way that they think about how the characters will act, and I really like the animation way. It's like, how do I say this? It's like when you have a limit to using those hands and arms, again, bringing that back up, you try to find a way to do the best you can with those, because you have a limit. Like, if you have the BFB style arms and legs, you could do that whole spinny thing with the hand at the end, but with those arms that go like this, and the circle like it's just straight, you have to use those as best as you can. And out of all the object show animators that use the BFDI hands and legs, I say Animation Epic, he does the best to me personally. Okay, so Animation Epic was number 2. Now it's time to talk about who my number 1 animator is. Can I get a drum roll, please? Okay, that's a terrible drum roll. But in all seriousness, my number one animator is Jack and Jellify. I mean, it's Jack and Jellify, bro. Like, oh my god, their object shows are amazing. They have the most seasoned object shows. They were the first ever object show created. They have gotten better in animation. For God's sake, they have a whole type of animating business, I believe, where they teach people how to animate just like them. One of their videos, their trailer videos, was how to do a blink animation in 140 seconds. But yeah, Jack and Jellify, they went from animating like a PowerPoint slide, like when they were animating BFDI, it looked like a PowerPoint. The only reason it really didn't allow was because of the mouth movement, but they've gotten so much better. They even created the whole arms thing. Like, they're the one that started the whole not using the BFDI legs and arms. Like, after IDFB, in BFB, that's when they started saying, hey, why don't we not use those and we could draw whatever we want. It's like a scribble scrabble arm and legs. But yeah, they created that. They've gotten so much better in animating. I just love their animation style and the way Teapot especially is animated. And after the BFB split, I'd say from BFB, after the split, I'd say that's when they started animating even better. So yeah, Jack and Jellify, you're my number one. Okay guys, so just to recap, Giddling Groink 57's number 10, number 9, Ultra Tunes, number 8, Poly-Sided, number 8, That Lie Guy, number 7, Poly-Sided, number 6, Jordan the One, number 5, Yellow Angel, number 4, Wuggalo, number 3, Fusion Animations, number 2, Animation Epic, and number 1, Jack and Jellify, aka JNJ. Hope you guys agree with me. If you don't, amen. We each have our own opinions. All I'm asking you to do is at least respect mine. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for 50 subs, by the way. It means a lot. Trying to grind to get that 1,000. But yeah, hope you respect my opinion. Hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.